How's it going, everybody? Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to go over the patch 1.1.2 for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There has been a major change to damage and nerfing of headshot damage and elemental damage and all this crazy stuff. I'm going to go over that at the end of this video, but let's get right into the main feature updates for this particular patch. The first one is Hephaestus's Workshop. This is a really cool update. It allows you to upgrade your existing engravings. If you didn't know, currently your engravings could only go up to a perk level of 5, while the rest of your perks on your gear, if you were above level 50, could reach level 6 and level 7. Now, by just paying a bit of drachmae, you can upgrade those engravings from level 6 to level 7. And I think this is a really great addition. It allows you to round out your builds. I really enjoy it. You can find Hephaestus's Workshop in Macedonia, inside of a crack, inside of a cave. It's kind of hard to find, but if you get that fast travel point, you'll be able to reach it really quickly. The second big update is Mercenary tiers and benefits. There's 2 new tiers, which is really fun. More mercenaries to kill, more benefits, and I think these are really great benefits that you get from these new tiers. The first one is war contracts and bounties provide 35% more rewards. That means 35% more drachmae and XP, which I think is going to be really good with the new master levels. Beyond 70, you're going to get a lot more ability points back quicker to grow your build faster. And then Hephaestus's is reduced price for learnings by 20%. So the new Hephaestus Workshop, it costs a lot of drachmae to upgrade your engraving, so now there's a 20% discount on that before you do that. The third big update is level scaling. There's 4 new level scalings. There's the default, which is the one you've experienced up till now. There's heavy, which is the one I'm going to be playing on, which is all enemies are at your current level, whatever level you're at. And then there's medium, which is everybody's 2 levels behind you. And then light, that there's people everyone's going to be 4 levels behind you. The one kind of warning they said about this is that the gear that drops will be at the level that you're fighting at. So if you're fighting people at 4 levels beneath you, you're going to get gear that is 4 levels beneath you. So you're going to have to upgrade them. They're not going to be worse perks though. They will be lower level, but you can still upgrade them with enough materials. The fourth update is they added 5 new masteries. There's Poison Effect, which increases how much weakening damage on armor and damage you do with poison attacks. Damage after parry, which is, after you block, you do more damage. Damage after dodge. Adrenaline on parry, and then damage and health while in conquest battles. The nice one out of this one that I like for assassin builds that use poison is the poison effect one and the damage after parry, because typically once you parry, you're doing a lot of quick dagger attacks. So I think that that might come into value, especially if you were lucky enough to get be one of the people who got 30 new ability points if you were level 70 when this update came out. And the fifth and final one is insane balancing. This is a big deal. They changed a lot of the balancing when it comes to headshot damage and additive versus multiplicative damage. I'm going to get into that for you right now, and we're going to go over it. So headshot damage no longer guarantees a critical hit. So before, all your crit damage on your hunter builds were being stacked on top of headshot damage. So that's what was allowing just an insane amount of damage to come out of hunter builds, kind of like the one that I was posted a few days ago. But now it's dependent on crit chance. So it's not a big deal. You're gonna see a lot of damage reduce on your headshots, but if you start to work in more crit chance into your hunter builds, you should be fine, because they also increase the base headshot damage. So you're gonna notice a difference. You're gonna want to go back to your hunter build and tweak it a little bit because of that main update. And the big nerf, I'd say, is the change from additive perks to multiplicative perks. Now, this one's really hard to understand, but basically a lot of the perks, all damage, some elemental damage, and things like that were multiplying on top of each other, creating kind of an exponential increase of damage. So instead of like 20% adding to 20% and becoming 40%, with a lot of these perks like fire damage, poison damage, and like charge bow damage, what was happening is 20% damage times 20 was adding up to being like 400% damage versus just 40. So what this does is it definitely impacts a lot of your builds and how much damage you do. And the only thing we've been able to discover in our Discord currently, the only multiplicative perk that's kind of left standing after this nerf is critical hit chance. So it feels like a lot of the builds are going to have to start focusing more towards critical hit chance to keep that high impact of damage going. So you're going to want to, these nerfs are pretty big. You're going to see a large amount of damage reduction in your builds. So you're going to want to go back and check it out. And I'll be sure to keep you updated and give you as much information as it comes out. And again, if you want to get more information sooner before I release a video, please join our Discord. We're talking about this today and the next, obviously for the next few weeks. So come figure it out, ask some questions, and we'd love that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy stuff, and I'll see you next time.